Once a pastor of the Baptist parish preached on involving in the church activities. The music director already decided the choir to sing, "I shall not be moved." And it's, I shall not be moved. Well, the pastor at first thought it is a coincidence, so he just let it go. And then the next Sunday, he gave a sermon about giving, donating. And then this time, the choir sang, "Jesus paid it all." So the lyric says, "Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin has left a crimson stain. He washed it white as snow." This time, the pastor started to doubt this was not a coincidence and lost his temper. And the tension between the pastor and the music director got heated. And the next Sunday, lots of people, they realized that there's a kind of tension going on. So they wanted to find out what is going to happen next. So lots of people come to listen to his sermon on the sin of gossiping. Well, can't believe the choir director selected for the choir, "I love to tell the story of unseen things above." So no more turning back after that. Next Sunday, the pastor told the congregation that unless something changed, he was considering resignation. And this time, the choir sang, "Why not tonight?" And the pastor resigned a week later, explaining that Jesus had led him there and Jesus was leading him away. This time, the choir director purposely chose to sing, "What a friend we have in Jesus. What a friend we have in Jesus." Well, what a kind of great things. That also can happen in the parish and also in our community, in our society. But not at Risen Christ. Risen Christ is good. So if we look at today's first reading from the book of the prophet Ezekiel, Jesus called prophet Ezekiel to come. "You're going to be the prophet, and you will be sent not to the good people, but you will be sent to the rebellious people." And then God remind him, "You will be insulted, and you will be ill-treated. And however, you are chosen by me, and you will be telling the good news, and also you will be proclaiming the gospel to these people, although you speak the truth and they hated you." So that's the message from the first reading. So I remember when I was in my country and in the religious order of the Lesser Brothers, I still remember I encountered a problem with one of my friends, and pretty bad. And one of the, brother, the lesser brother, personally meet me and ask me what was going on with that friend. Well, this and that, I explained to the religious brother. And he told me, there are only two things you have to do. If you can handle the situations and you can control your emotion, you stay here. If you cannot control your emotion and if you cannot, calm down yourself, well, you have to leave so that, you are not going to cause a problem, and also it's going to be the good for other people. Well, I didn't do wrong, and also he didn't do wrong as well, but that was a kind of a further misunderstanding. But I really kind of, like the way this Dilasa brother told me. You kind of, kind of calm down yourself and then control your emotion and conquer the situations, or other thing is run away. So you will probably remember these situations might remind you the prophet Jonah. Well, he was afraid to do so, right? So he ran away, but God didn't let him run away. He put him in the belly of the whale and then kind of vomited at the shore of the Nineveh. That's what happened. But this time, prophet Ezekiel, although he knows and he is reminded that he is going to face all these obstacles, problems, and the situations, he accepted it. And he went to these rebellious people and he proclaimed what he was supposed to proclaim. And then if we look at the second reading, I really like to say, when I'm weak, then I'm strong. So this is one of the encouraging verse that always, I repeatedly recite in my heart whenever I face the difficult situations. Today, St. Paul, as mentioned in the first reading, well, he encountered all these difficulties. And also he has a thorn in the flesh. Well, physically not well as well. He realized that he is weak and he is not strong enough. However, at last, he found out that being weak, and also having, difficulties, trials, and hardships are the blessing from God too. How can these be the blessing for us? Well, these can be the blessing for you to realize the power of God. And St. Paul confers, when I'm weak, then I'm strong. And I rather boast most gladly of my weakness, in order that the power of Christ may dwell with me. Therefore, I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and constraints for the sake of Christ. And if we look at the gospel reading, well, even Jesus, when he went back to the town of Nazareth, he also neglected. Well, and also, what happened? Hey, this is the son of the carpenter, isn't he? Well, his sisters live with us. And then all these accusations and also all these insults happened to Jesus Christ. So my questions today, when we feel weak, are we like a crestfallen? Or are we completely kind of like a loser? Or do we pull all the strength from God and then we try all our best to glorify God or not? But here, in America, people are rich, people are strong. If you don't believe, go to the gym. They really lift the, pumping the iron really with the heavy weight. People are strong. And also the technology is in advance. And the intellect, and all these things are really rich. Well, if we are weak, we can be strong. And now what I would like to propose is, if we are strong, why can't we be more stronger? Definitely we can be stronger. We definitely be able to lead our society, our world to the better place. And also we can be the instrument of God where, the people need most help. Therefore, today, let us ask God, well, so that he is going to be our main source in our life. And then always remember that he is the fountain of life, and he is always be with us, and he is going to be, our strength and our courage in our life.